Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem, led by the Concord University Collegiate Singers. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Edward Huffstetler, Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs.
Thank you, Dr. Robinette, for your role as Grand Marshal in today's ceremony. Thank you, Dr. Jacob Womack, for the beautiful selection. Thank you, Ms. Jordan Stadvick and the Concord Collegiate Singers for their amazing performance of our national anthem. On behalf of Concord University, I welcome you all to our Founders Day celebration. Today we celebrate our 153rd year. Once a year, of course, Concord University has the opportunity to celebrate Founders Day to reflect on the rich legacy and history of the university and to highlight the dedicated service of our faculty, staff, and students. Thank you for joining us on this special occasion. It is now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for today's ceremony, Mr. Elliot G. Hicks. Elliot G. Hicks is a Charleston native who was inspired to become a lawyer by the lawyers who were the leaders in the civil rights movement. He first attended Washington Lee University as an undergraduate, ultimately earned his BA and his law degree both from West Virginia University. Elliot spent the earliest part of his career as a solo practitioner before joining Kay, Casto, and Cheney in 1984. 14 years later, Hicks was elected president of the West Virginia State Bar. Elliot litigated cases throughout West Virginia as a partner in law firms, including Spillman, Thomas, and Battle. His current focus is on mediation and arbitration at his own firm, Hicks Resolutions. He is a member of the National Academy of Distinguished Neutrals, an organization of leading mediators and arbitrators. He was inducted as a fellow of the American College of Trial Lawyers, elected to the Federation of Defense and Corporate Counsel, the American Bar Foundation, and the West Virginia Bar Foundation. Hicks has a long record of public service. He has served on the board of the Legal Aid Society. He now serves on the West Virginia Humanities Council for the second time and the Daymark Foundation Board, among others. Two former governors, Cecil Underwood and Bob Wise, appointed and reappointed him to the Higher Education Policy Commission, where he was vice chairman. Two other former West Virginia governors, Earl Ray Tomlin and Joe Manchin, appointed Hicks to the Board of Governors of Concord University, where which he chaired for 4 years, 4 of his 8 years. In 2019, the Martin Luther King Jr. State Commission presented Hicks with the Governor's Living the Dream Award, in part for his work as a champion of justice, scholarship, and civil rights. In May 2021, the West Virginia University College of Law awarded Elliot the Justice Officium Award. The award is the highest honor bestowed by the law faculty in recognition of outstanding contributions and service to the legal profession. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker for Founders Day 2025, Mr. Elliot Hicks.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's good to see you all here. Dr. Boggess and I had wrestled with these steps or no steps on these things at graduations, and so if I stood on it, I probably couldn't see what I had written, and if I don't stand on it, well, at least maybe I can see it. I don't know if I can remember it. Here we go. There we go. Now, don't be intimidated. It's not that much. It's so great. It's a great honor to be here. It's so good to see everybody and to see a number of friends I made when I was here serving on the Board of Governors. Serving on the Board of Governors here really opened my eyes to a lot. I didn't know much about Concord before I was put on the Higher Education Policy Commission. For me, as a fan of basketball and all of that, the only things I knew about so many of our state, I guess, non-Marshall, non-WVU schools, was about their basketball teams at the WVIAC tournament in Charleston. But when I was appointed to the Policy Commission, I learned a lot about this place. And I became a real evangelist for it, because what I saw is a place that takes people from the lowest college-going region of the lowest college-going state and nurtures them and helps them to get the value from a college education. I got to know many of the faculty, much of the faculty, all of the administrators, and I just love the idea of higher education and what we can do with our state. I've always been encouraged that through critical thinking, through awareness and curiosity, that we can always make our state better. We can always do better. And we have to be careful and we have to be vigilant to make sure that the government we have does what the people want and need it to do. What I loved about Concord was that there was a creative culture of curiosity in education, where the regional culture really hadn't done much to encourage all of that. Here at Concord, they don't just let you in. They embrace the students and taught critical thinking. That's what Concord does better than any university I know. Concord's been very purposeful about that, but it's become even more purposeful during Dr. Boggess' tenure. I was on the Board of Governors and chaired the Board of Governors, although not the search committee, when Dr. Boggess was selected to be president here. And what we wanted was somebody who knew this university. We didn't need a mercenary to come in and do some things and leave. We needed somebody to nurture this university, to make this university better. And who could do that better than somebody who had already been here 30 years, proven to be effective, proven to be a peacemaker, and she knew the culture on the campus without us having to do anything. We see the schools that have new leaders now, and for instance, WVU got somebody from Utah, at least who was born in Utah. It's not to say that they can't come into West Virginia and learn West Virginia, but there's a learning curve there, different places. So what we wanted was somebody who already knew the culture and somebody who was already dedicated to preserving and improving that culture, somebody who really had Concord in their heart and not just in their head or on their resume. Her leadership has been marked by resilience and innovation. With now more than 40 years on campus, you could certainly say that Dr. Boggess has had a strong hand in shaping the life of the school motto, come to learn, go to serve. If there was ever a challenge to resilience, it was the COVID-19 pandemic. And Dr. Boggess kept you safe and kept the campus moving and doing all the things that it needed to do. I remember how we talked about about how undeveloped distance learning was when I was on the Board of Governors. I think my term ended about 2017 or so, and how bad some of it was. Some people would simply put on some kind of a video. Other people would have just dry numbers on a board or dry letters on a board. But Concord, like everybody else, had to learn in a hurry and developed programs, and the faculty did things to make this a whole lot better, to make it compelling, and to give the same value, try to give the same value that you had with in-person classes. Concord has achieved a number of milestones under Dr. Boggess's leadership. The renovation of the dormitories, the on-campus student health center, the upgrades to the athletic facilities have been fantastic. Academically, she's led the new programs in nursing, physician assistant studies, cybersecurity, and even esports, of all things, all to meet the evolving needs and desires of the students. And Concord has enjoyed a significant increase in money for faculty research and such. So all of those things have strengthened Concord's academic reputation, but they've fostered a community of innovation and excellence. As Dr. Boggess prepares for her retirement in August, her legacy of leadership, dedication, and community engagement will undoubtedly continue to guide the university. There'll be a tail to that. In closing, I want to express my deepest gratitude to Dr. Boggess for her unwavering commitment to Concord University and to the friendship and team that we developed when I was able to work here and work with her. Her legacy will continue to inspire future generations of Mountain Lions. Thank you, Dr. Boggess, for your remarkable service, and thank you for letting me be a part of this. I'm so happy to be back here after these years and see the people, see the place, and see all the things that I've tried to at least carry my role in moving that oar. So I'm happy to be here and happy to see you all. Thank you.
Yes. Let me please introduce to you Bethany Breeden and Kelly Hansen from the President's Office staff.
I don't think Dr. Boggess knows I was coming up here, so I think she's a little surprised. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming out, and I hope you're having a great time. It is an honor to stand before you today to present the first ever Presidential Legacy Award. This honor recognizes contributions that make a profound impact on this university. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students, we would like to take a moment to celebrate someone who truly embodies this legacy, President Kendra Boggess. President Boggess, your visionary leadership has guided this institution through some of the most challenging times, and under your direction, Concord has not only survived, but thrived. Your ability to navigate change with grace, your unwavering commitment to progress, and your belief in the power of education have been nothing short of inspiring. Above all, your commitment to provide each student with an extraordinary college experience stands as a testament to your dedication. You've made it clear that this university exists not only to educate, but to nurture, to empower, and to transform the lives of every student. I would now like to invite the members of the President's Cabinet to join me on stage. Dr. Boggess, your legacy will continue to inspire the future generations. On behalf of the President's Cabinet and the entire university community, it is our honor to present you with this well-deserved award in recognition of your service, your leadership, and the profound impact you have made here at Concord University. Here's to your next chapter of your journey and to all the new ventures ahead. Thank you, Dr. Boggess. Surprise! I accidentally told on myself when I got here. I said I was standing at the podium and I couldn't reach the mic, and then I was like, but I was just practicing for future references. So she. Can we get a picture of all of us together, Cabinet? Will you come over here, please?
After that, I don't think there needs to be an introduction, but it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Kendra Boggess, President of Concord University.
Thank you all so much. I really appreciate that. I wasn't expecting it, and I told them the one thing they weren't allowed to do is make me cry, so they've already broken my rule. I can't tell you how honored I am and how appreciative I am of the opportunity to serve here for so long. This is our 153rd year, and I was telling Dr. Beasley that when I was looking at that number today, I was like, okay, I've been here 40 years, but I've been here a fourth of the time that Concord's been here. That has to do with the wrinkles, trust me. So thank you. I can't thank you enough. And I also want to thank Elliot, who's a friend to the university. He's been a supporter, and he certainly has been a mentor to many of us. As he read, or his bio was read, he's had a major impact on the state, on people in the state, and I can't tell you how honored I am to have been able to work with him, and I feel like most of our members of our cabinet over time have felt the same way. He is wise, he is inspiring, and he's always nudging us to do more and do better, and I think that is, it's more than appropriate. It is so appreciated, so thank you so much. Today we're going to take a moment, I'm going to get back to the script, from our busy schedules to celebrate the founding of Concord. As I said, I've been here a long time, but one of the things I most enjoy is reading the nominations that you write about one another for the Presidential Excellence Awards. It's an honor to be able to thank you formally for the work that you do. Throughout its history, Concord has undergone a lot of transformations. We were chartered as a state normal school originally on February 28th, 1872. We offered teaching certificates, and that prepared educators for local schools. And the people in this local area made the funds, the land and everything available. They helped to build the buildings because they so understood the need and the value of an education in changing the lives of people. After a fire destroyed the original melted down location in November 1910, the present campus took root on a 260-acre farm purchased from the Vermillion family. Over the years, Concord evolved from Concord State Normal School to Concord State Teachers College in 1931 and Concord College in 1943. And finally, in 2004, while Dr. Beasley, Emeritus President, was in office, it became Concord University. I know some of you have noticed that if you go to the bookstore, you can still buy Concord College here because we have people who really still want to remember their college under that older name, but I don't think we have anybody looking for Concord State Normal School shirts. I don't think so. So, like those who came before us, we all are deeply committed to the transformative power of education. Concord's always been a pillar of academic excellence, dedicated community service, and we all welcome people to come to learn and go to serve. Through our strong liberal arts foundation and a diversity of ideas and people, Concord continues to be a beacon of opportunity, locally, statewide, and internationally. Founders Day also gives us a rare and a valuable opportunity to recognize the individuals who make Concord the place we all call home. And I'm so proud of the excellence I see here around me at all times. Today, we honor individuals whose dedication to Concord, its mission, and most importantly, its students, has earned them nominations for the Presidential Excellence Awards. There were nearly 160 nominations this year. They came from every constituency, students, staff, and faculty, and it reflects the deep appreciation for many outstanding contributions made across our campus. And the fact that you recognize one another and lift one another up through these nominations says a lot about each of you and about our campus community and our culture. So as I call the names, and there's quite a few of them, and there's a lot of plaques here. I'm not going to say which one, but one of my student workers carried almost all of those in one trip out of the car up to the, yeah, they're heavy. So I'm very appreciative of the work that Bethany and Kelly have done to organize this and many other events here on campus. Okay, the faculty, the first set is the Faculty Presidential Excellence Award nominees. And when I call your name, if you would please stand so we know who you are and others can see in case they don't all know who you are. Dr. Joesph Allen. Dr. Shawn Allen. Dr. Timothy Anderson. Dr. Mahtab Athari. Dr. Allison Bean. Dr. Katherine Bowe. Dr. Lonnie Bowe. Dr. Logan Browning. Dr. Manj Budakar. Dr. Samantha Bird. Mr. Rafael Castaneda Saldana, thank you. Dr. David Chambers. Dr. Adam Kuhn, or Mr. Adam Kuhn. Dr. Doug Creer. Dr. Daryl Crick. Dr. Lisa Darlington. Dr. Charlotte Davis. Dr. Bill Deck. Dr. Angie Edwards. Dr. Adriana Falco. Dr. Thomas Ford. Dr. Michelle Gomp. Dr. Nola Gum. Dr. Scott Ingram. Dr. Sally Howard. Ms. Stacy Linkus. Dr. Kelly Mann. Mr. Kyle Moore. Dr. Catherine Nutter-Pridgeon. Dr. Anthony Patricia. Dr. Dr. Tina Powell, Dr. Stephen Pridgeon, Dr. Lashika Rajapaksa, Dr. Susan Robinette, Dr. Heather Shepard, Dr. John Sneed, Ms. Shelley Stump, Dr. Michelle Taylor, Dr. Susan Williams. I think we named nearly everyone. So the winners, if you will please come forward to receive your plaques. They will guide you. Dr. Daryl Crick, Dr. Adriana Falco, and Dr. Susan Robinette. The classified staff Presidential Excellence Award nominees are Regina Connor, Tina Gonzalez, Sarah Hart, Natasha Morgan, Heather Pennington, Angela Prophet, Megan Thompson, and Laura Woolwine. And the winners, if you'll please come forward, Angela Prophet and Regina Connor. So if you don't know, Angela puts up with all the athletes, and Regina puts up with everyone. Okay, the non-classified Staff Presidential Excellence Award nominees are Leslie Ashford, Kristen Bailey, Kathy Ball, Kelly Pennington, William Billings, Josh Bish, James Blankenship, Bethany Breeden, Peyton Brown Lusk, Brooklyn Boggess, Adrian Cabello, Mark Carrico, Joshua Klein, Hannah Cook, Michael Cox, Lily Duffy, not Lily, Lily Fleming, Teresa Fry, Lucinda Gonderman, Anna Hardy, Dr. Alice Hawthorne Allen, Vanessa Powell, Eric Jewell, Christy Lamb, Colton Lively, Nathan Lockhart, Kevin Nutter, Lauren Phillips, Jonathan Rose, Derek Scott, Mark Stella, Trina Stovall, Maisie Talbert, Andrea Webb, Alvin White, Hillary Williams, and Carolyn Worley. Again, will the winners come forward? Kristen Bailey and Kelly Bennington. Okay, the Auxiliary Staff Presidential Excellence Award nominees: Shannon Boyles, Linda Bragg, Elizabeth Betsy Ford, Kayla Graham, Katrina Harris, Mary Keaton, Bonnie Kelly, Rebecca Knight, Caitlin Oxley, Christina Reagan, Angela Rourke, Peggy Christian, and Andrea Sullivan. And the winners, will you please come forward, are Elizabeth Betsy Ford, Kayla Graham, and Christina Reagan. The Student Presidential Excellence Award nominees are Serenity Brooks, Julie Brown, Caitlin Butler, Kaylee Cook, Trey Comer, Caitlin Copley, Caden Dickinson, Megan Dobbs, Liam Fogarty, Cody Fry, Wyatt Fry, Josh Gordon, Kelly Hansen, Roman Harvey, Jod Mahfouz, Hunter Midkiff, Brooke Sears, Angela Settle, Jackson Tipton, Leanne Richmond, Braylon Ross, Hunter Runyon, and Joey Shamblin. And again, will the winners please come forward? Serenity Brooks and Megan Dobbs. Okay, we have a new little category, and it's called the Group Presidential Excellence Award Nominees, because one of our leaders wanted to nominate her entire group, and that kind of grew. So we're going to start with the enrollment office staff, the Starbucks staff, the president's office staff, the technology services staff, and the physical plant staff. So the first is the enrollment staff. Tammy Brown, Jeannie Cordell, Lily Fleming, Joe Anthony Hernandez, Christy Lamb, Deborah Moore, Natasha Morgan, Marcus Murrell, Grace Sherwood, Alan Smith, Jillian Cockerham, Carly Kessner, Trina Stovall, Andrea Tabor, Ryan Weichel, Angela Taylor, and Megan Thompson. These are the people who bring our students here and follow them for a long time after they get here and make sure that their financial aid is good, so we're very appreciative of what they do. The President's Office staff are Bethany Breeden, Kelly Hansen, and Laura Woolwine. The Technology Services staff, William Billings, Jamie Boggs, Shane Bradbury, Ron Hamilton, Sid Hatfield, Kevin Jennings, Miranda Martin, Bailey Meadows, Stephen Meadows, Tyler Miller, Kevin Squirrel Nutter, sorry, Alvin White, and Takeshi Yamamoto. I need to go back. Okay, the Starbucks staff are Nikki and Lincoln. Okay. Okay, all right.
They won, yes. But so did the others.
Okay, we're going to go back because although I can read, I didn't have this quite right. So the enrollment staff, if you will all come up, we have some plaques for you because you've won. Okay, then next is these are the president's staff. So we have Bethany and Kelly. Okay, the next group, which is Technology Services, I'm going to ask you to please come up in alphabetical order. I'm sorry. Come on up, you've won too. Come on up. We all depend on them. Where would we be without this group? Sure. I knew if I asked Technology Services, they really would get in alphabetical order, and they did. Okay, we have one more group, and they are amazing. I can't even tell you enough, but I know none of us could do our jobs without the physical plant staff. Jessica Bailey, Larry Bowles, Nicholas Bowling, Jamie Brinkley, Charles Brown, Eric Curry, Eddie Daniels, Loran Morgan, Sheila Petrie, Benny Delecki, Chase Edwards, James Farley, Eric Jewell, Stephen Miller, Glenn Powell, John Russell, Donald Ward, Cecil Williams, Stephen Wood, and Tina Gonzalez. In the middle of the night, when the rain comes down and the floods come in and the power goes out, these people are here when we're not, and we are so appreciative of what they've done on a regular basis. So please come up. We have facts for you. Congratulations. I don't think any of them came because they're out rescuing us. So we will deliver these at the time, at a time. Okay. So this celebration of Founders Day is a time for us to reaffirm our commitment to ensuring that Concord University remains a place of excellence and achievement, one that would both astound and delight those who came before us. Our founders had a vision, and we recognize that their dedication and their sacrifices laid the foundation for our students to pursue their dreams and aspirations. Today, we proudly carry their vision forward. Founders Day is not only a time to remember, to acknowledge, and express gratitude to those who paved the way, but it's also an opportunity to reflect on the daily triumphs that make Concord University extraordinary. I sincerely thank you for joining us today in this celebration, and I look forward to always welcoming you often to the Campus Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you again.
join us for a small reception in the lobby of the Fine Arts Building. The audience may be seated. The faculty, please remain standing for the recessional.